Hey guys, OMAD Caroline. Well, not so OMAD Caroline. OMAD stands for one meal a day. But I had surgery at the beginning of April and I really haven't been doing any kind of OMADing. Not really any kind of fasting, although I've been kind of keeping it in a 6 hour window. But, anyways, not so mad Caroline right now, but I figured I would jump on, say happy Wednesday. Today's been really busy. I got to go in unofficially to work for a little bit this morning, got to turn in my letter of return to work. So I get to go back to work on Monday, and I'm so pumped about that. Then I came home and put some miles in walking. Then I jumped in my car and drove to meet up with my mom for some coffee. And now I'm home getting ready to do a little computer work. I'm making a graduation video for my boss's daughter's graduation. My boss is like my friend. So yeah, so gonna be working on that. But I figured I would jump on, just talk to you guys a little bit about how I've been feeling. Definitely been struggling with lack of fitness. So I did okay for like the first 4 weeks of recovery because I was feeling so crappy that I pretty much slept. Like those first 4 weeks after my surgery, I slept and I don't remember hardly anything. But this past, like, week, 2 weeks, I started feeling myself and feeling my old energy, and it just gets me really antsy to want to work out. And I kind of was getting a little blue until the doctor gave me a thumbs up to start walking again. So I'm so thankful that I get to walk again at least. So it's been a real struggle. But I was talking to Ted, yesterday. Well, he was asking what my future fitness was going to look like after my body recovers from this surgery. And he was just wondering about, long runs, stuff like that, because before I went into surgery, I was training for a 50K. I just wanted to get a 50K under my belt, and I got that done. So there was some long runs on the weekend, like from 15 to 20 miles, and that takes a big chunk out of your Saturday or Sunday, whichever day you decide to run those long races. So he was just wondering, are you going to go back to that long of runs, or are you going to cut back and go back to maybe just doing half marathons and under? And I just told him that I've got some goals and I think I'm going to stick with those longer races and I'm looking forward to it. And I think he was just trying to prepare himself for how he's going to support me. Now, if you guys don't follow me, or like some of you are friends with me on Facebook, you see just how supportive my husband is. Like, he is genuinely my biggest fan. My kids are a close second, and then I've got a couple of siblings that like truly are fans of me, and they really believe in me, so like surround yourself with those kind of people. Like, if I say I'm going to do, the 4x4x48, when I told them I was doing it, they had no doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to that I was going to complete it. And then, like, when I said I was going to do a 50K, they're like, "Yeah, you'll do it." And that's amazing to surround yourself with people, especially people that know you and are part of your day in and day out. And I think they see the work you put in, and I realize if they believe in me, then I believe in myself and I can accomplish anything. So I'm starting to really appreciate my husband, my children, and a couple of my siblings have been really great, and like Ted and I were talking because he's just really not interested in distance running. Now, he said he wouldn't mind doing some trail running, shorter trail runs, and I'm up for that too. So we'll definitely be doing that, him and I. But like, he has no desire to run the longer races, and which is fine. But even like when we ran a 5K and he was running and I finished before him, Ted was just so ecstatic about it. Like, he is so happy for my accomplishments, and he doesn't even show that me finishing before him bugs him. And I think that's amazing. And I'm really fortunate to have a husband that is just thoroughly happy for me and thoroughly proud of me. And I think sometimes I take for granted that. So I'm going to try to show my appreciation for him more, and definitely for my kids, you know. But so, anyways, him and I were talking, and I think he was just trying to feel out what the future is, and I told him, well, it can take up to 6 months for my liver to regenerate. So that's looking like October before that like official regeneration is done. So definitely, even if I get the thumbs up to start, training at week 12, it's definitely going to be light training up until that 6 month mark before I kick it into heavier, longer endurance training or heavier strength training. So definitely going to be easy training up until October when I do get the thumbs up. And it's really because, I want my liver to regenerate as healthy as possible, and that stress on your body for that long isn't good for that when it needs its energy to regenerate. So he does know that it's going to be easy up until October, and then hopefully I can start getting back to where I was starting in October. So as far as endurance and how far I was running distance wise. So yeah. So and then him and I were talking, and I just told him that a lot of my struggle lately with not being able to run is because that running time was my alone time. It was my time to rejuvenate myself, my spirit, And, I'd go out there, I'd listen to a book on Audible or put some music that I love, or even listen to the Bible, or even run in silence and just spend time with God. So, like, it's definitely a time this past 2.5 years that I used not only to physically strengthen myself, but to spiritually strengthen myself, and, you know, um, mental health and spiritual health. So, yeah, it definitely has been a downer. I'm glad I can walk again just because I get that time back. It's not hard, heavy working out, but it's still time that I get to spend to rejuvenate. And I'm very thankful that I get to walk. Man, when I get back to being able to work out again, I'm not gonna take it for granted. It's gonna be a long time before I complain about working out, just because being down and out, I realized how appreciative and thankful I should be when I'm in good health. So definitely am not going to take that for granted, and very thankful that things are starting to look up and I'm starting to recover. A little delayed by a few weeks, but won't be long and I'll be back at it. So that's what it's looking like. I miss working out so much just because it has become a part of my life for the past 2.5 years, and it's hard to all of a sudden stop. So I cannot wait to get back to it, but don't worry, I'm not going to rush. I'm going to be patient with my body and get after it when the doctor says it's time to get after it. But even if I get a thumbs up in the next few weeks, it's definitely going to be easy runs, easy distances, easy strength training, probably up until October. And I know that the liver has totally regrown and regenerated, and then I will get back to going hardcore on reaching some goals I have. All right, you guys, just wanted to share that. I'm going to let you go because we're almost at 10 minutes, and I'll talk to you later.